And if handled uncarefully, it can destroy houses, it can destroy cities, it can destroy states. See what's happening in California and what happens in Australia every time, every year, literally every year, and many other countries where you have bushfires and stuff like that. It destroys houses altogether. So, unless we realize the importance of fire and understand how it needs to be preserved and handled, we'll only be working on the surface level. Now, if any of you has a problem understanding English, अगर आप में किसी को भी इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आ रही है या समझने में दिक्कत हो रही है, प्लीज चैट में डाल दीजिए सो आई कैन यूज टू लैंग्वेजेस. मैं दोनों लैंग्वेज में एक साथ बात कर सकता हूँ, मतलब एक एक करके बात कर सकता हूँ, दोनों को इंग्लिश और हिंदी में समझा सकता हूँ. बट अदरवाइज, if all of you understand the the pace and the words I'm using, I'll continue in one language. It's easier for me to. Okay? बट अगर आपको इंग्लिश या जैसे मैं जो समझा रहा हूँ इंग्लिश में वो नहीं समझ में आ रहा, या आपको लग रहा है कि मुझे इसको हिंदी में भी एक्सप्लेन करना चाहिए, तो आपका चैट सिर्फ मुझे देखेगा, आप सिर्फ उस चैट में मुझे डाल दीजिए. मैं नाम भी नहीं लूंगा एंड आई यूज बोथ लैंग्वेजेस, दोनों लैंग्वेज को मैं यूज करूँगा. बट द पॉइंट विच आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज कि वी कैन कंटिन्यू टू struggle or we can continue to solve problems from outside the same way have been using medicine in all our life. So look what medicine does. So I'll tell you a very interesting story again. A very famous doctor in US, Dr. Mehmet Oz, as people know him, or Dr. Oz, as many know him. People who have relatives or people who have lived in US will recognize him immediately. He's almost like a global celebrity now. So in 2014 time period, when I had my first encounter with him, I did not know him, and of course, he did not know me. But I had my first encounter with him in a public school in New York City, in Bronx area, George Washington High School in upper Upper West Side in Bronx area. That's where in a health fair organized by his team, I ran into him, not knowing who he was, and just got into a little discussion with him, and where he told asked me, we were having a yoga meditation stall there, and he crossed by and he asked, what is that you guys are doing? And I was in the whole process of explaining him. I said, if you are a doctor, and I asked him, what do you do? He said, I'm a doctor. He didn't tell me his name, and even if he would have told his name, I barely knew in 2014 who Dr. Oz was. So he told me that he's a doctor, and I said, look, all doctors like you are just like firefighters. What does a firefighter do? Firefighter comes only when a fire has happened and it has started to destroy things. It has started to, burn things away. It doesn't solve. The firefighter then probably goes at the root cause of the problem and solves that problem. Doctors and medicine only solve problem at the surface level. If I have a headache today, probably that headache started many days. The cause of that may have started many days or weeks or months back. When it started hurting me, when it started causing pain to me, when that problem became a headache, I took some pill, and then it solved that problem for that period of time until that pill worked, and then it came back again. Same to any medicine we have taken. We have taken medicines over and over again only to suppress the symptoms, not solve the problem. And that's what our sessions were becoming. That is what our sessions were becoming so far. We were solving problems without really going to the source of the problem and trying to find an answer that has solutions for all the questions and problems we have. Now, we did sessions on solving children's problem. We did sessions on confidence. We did session on, a different kind of health problems. We did session on relationships. But what if I told you a hidden recipe, a hidden secret, and it should not have been a secret. It's my mistake. I'm the one to be blamed for this. That if I were to just tell you, look, do this, and you don't have to worry about anything after that anymore. Whatever your relationship problems are, and I was telling this to the boy today morning, will either go away or get fixed. If somebody is creating problems for me, only two things can happen, right? Either that person changes or I change, because of which the problem is, or I go away or that person goes away. There's no other third solution, right? So any issues with any person, either one of them get fixed, or any or it goes away automatically, magically, is really the solution of the problem. We are not a believer where we say people should go away or things should happen just in our favor. But things should happen that it is in everyone's favor. So I'm saying is, let's go to the problem source. Let's go to the source and the solution for everything that we are suffering in our life today. What if I gave you today, and this you have to take as an experiment? Don't believe in it, whatever I'm saying. And this experiment, we will do it today. And I would ask you to do this experiment for next 6, 7 days. What if I gave you one single answer to all your problems? What if we showed you here today what we have been doing in our daily lives, that we are here talking about things which are beyond us. I'm no one to fix anyone's problem. I'm no one to tell you about how to treat your health problems. All I'm sharing here is my own experiences. My whole life, my own life, as people would know me, Chandrakant would know me, Mrs. Nakwal would know me personally, it's been a mess. I've been through a hell of a life so far, a personal life so far. Means so many situations I never imagined, they will come to me. But somehow, miraculously, just by a miracle, I'm in a happy state now. I'm in a peaceful state now, despite the up and downs in the life I've gone through. And I never did bad to anyone intentionally. Never even touched anyone's hair in unintentionally. But things happened because things were supposed to happen in that way and get fixed. And today I'm here sharing my experiences with you. And the only thing that remained with me all through my ups and downs in life is my faith, my belief in God Almighty, in my belief in the source or the solution to all my problems, which is all the time has been inside me, but we have never explored before I started doing this, which is there inside you. So let me put it this way, and I would like you to experiment this. The Kundalini energy inside you, which resides at the end of your backbone, and we have talked about this in many, many sessions earlier also. We have talked about the mother energy, which is awakened by putting your attention on your palm, putting your attention on top of your head, and that energy works inside you and gives you balance and peace. And start not just balance and peace, that energy, like a force, like God's power inside you, because it is God's energy, starts to fix everything in your life with such strength that you feel like you become like a small just entity. You start to witness your life. Things start getting solved magically. Things start coming to you magically. Things starts getting away from you magically. Your problems start getting solved magically. That magic starts to happen. And it's my mistake, I have not exposed you, or not have you had experience that to that level of intensity in which me, Chandrakant, and Mrs. Nagpal experience it on a daily basis. And that's what I said. I promised myself that I will take you there where I should have taken you, rather than having you you know be at the surface level. So if you have enjoyed the sessions that have happened so far, even to 1%, you will enjoy this today thoroughly, because this is 100%. What your experience was a 1%, today is 100%. So this is what I'm suggesting. The source of all your solutions, so all the solutions to your problem is inside you, but you cannot activate it by closing your eyes for 5 minutes. Many of you are here who just do this session on Sunday morning with us, and probably never do this in the rest of the week. It happens, right? Because there's no motivation, there's no pull, there is no concentration outside of this, because here I'm talking to you, so feel motivated, and then you do this and you feel good, and then you forget it. You sometimes do, sometimes don't do. But I want to give you a connection, that the connection which me, Chandrakant, and Mrs. Nagpal, and thousands and thousands of people have across 95 countries where Sahaja has been practiced. I want to give you that experience today the way it is supposed to be. So the Kundalini energy inside us basically is a very sensitive energy. Is a very His energy is a living energy inside us. And the experiment is the founder of this meditation, Srimataji Nirmala Devi, Her Holiness Srimataji Nirmala Devi. Again, I'm saying, do it with an open mind. Don't refuse just the way I say it to you, because we're going to do an experiment. This energy inside you recognizes her. Like when a teacher enters in a classroom, everyone goes, any good teacher, once it enters into a classroom, every small naughty children or every difficult child goes into a state of obedience or discipline by themselves, sits straight, pays attention just by a teacher walking in, because they recognize, they have this mental image that we are supposed to behave in front of this person. You recognize, uh, just if we, even after 20 years, if you meet your teacher that taught you in school, you suddenly get alert because internally you have that respect. Same like you start driving properly when you see a policeman, or a traffic cop, or you start acting properly. A lot of people smoke and drink, but still, I don't know how much percent of that exists. When they see their parent, they hide it. They might be doing it, or they don't, they feel ashamed doing things in front of the parent. It's an inner feeling. It's an inner recognition that we have. Same way, Kundalini has this recognition for Shrimataji's image, picture. This is an experiment which I am going to do today with you all. When you put your attention on Shrimataji's picture, then your Kundalini activates by itself. You don't have to put your attention anywhere else. You don't have to do anything. Your Kundalini, your energy gets activated by itself, and it starts to work on three paradigms with you. Physically, first of all, it will give you into a relaxed state. You'll immediately relax within few minutes. 1, 2, 3 minutes, you'll automatically relax. Second, your mind mentally, your mind will quiet down. Your thoughts will automatically start to go away within few minutes, automatically. Emotionally, from being an emotionally charged or in a sublime state, you will go into that state automatically. You'll become emotionally stable. And fourth and most importantly, your spiritual side, your spirit will start to work with you. And when spirit, which is the God's energy inside you, starts to work for you, it starts to solve every small little problem inside you and around you, because it flows from inside you and in the environment all around you. It fixes everything. It fixes every bad person, every bad situation, every bad circumstances that you are in, and restores it to the way it is supposed to be, which is supposed to be good for you. All this happens by just your attention on Srimataji's photograph and your Kundalini, knowing that your attention is on the photograph, acts in all the ways and creates all that good and benefit which I just spoke to you about. I want you to try this as an experiment today and for the remaining 6, 7 days before we meet again. So I'm requesting Chandrakant to put up an image that you can see on the screen. He's already there. This is the seventh chakra inside us. This is the seventh chakra inside us. This is a chakra on top of our head. This is a chakra where the body, your body, connects with the all-pervading energy in the universe around us. This is your connection with God. This is the part of the brain or the head or our body which Muslims cover. Sardars put a turban, Jews put a cap. This is the and in Christianity they throw Catholic Christians, they throw holy water on the top of the head, sprinkle holy water on top of the head to baptize people. This is that point. This is the holiest point inside us. So this is also the holiest. This is also the seventh chakra of Shrimataji, whose photograph you're seeing here. So all I'm asking you to do, keep your palm, open your palms, put both your feet on the earth, keep your eyes open, and just stare. Look at this top of the head where you see that red kumkum, red sindoor, red dot. Just look at that part of the photograph here without, you can choose not to Now, I'm not saying don't blink your eyes, but don't take your attention away towards anything. Just stare at this along with me till I ask you to, come back and listen to me. I'll go quiet now. I'll absolutely go quiet now. Tell everyone and anyone around you to go quiet now. Quiet your phone. Quiet any kind of noise coming to you. Just go into that zone where you can, when you are undisturbed for next 5, 7, 10 minutes, where you constantly gaze, stare at this chakra of Shrimataji, the seventh chakra of Shrimataji, which is your seventh chakra also, and see what it does to you. So open your palms if you're sitting on the chair, both feet firmly on the ground, not crisscross, both feet firmly on the ground, palms open, and your eyes glued, staring at that part of her top of her head. Let's start now. Now, please close your eyes. All of you, please close your eyes, but keep looking at that picture. If you can't remember that picture, open your eyes again, look at it very closely, very deeply, But then close your eyes again and look at the Sahasrara image of Sri Mataji with your eyes closed. Please keep your eyes closed. Chandrakant, if I can ask you to bring up the Abhay Mudra of Sri Mataji, if you can try and find the Abhay Mudra photo of Sri Mataji, which is a black and white photograph used for early seekers. Please keep your eyes closed. Keep looking at the same photo that you saw. Because what I'm trying to do with this is with the power of the Sahasrara of Sri Mataji, we are trying to open our own Sahasrara also. Now open your eyes, look at the screen in front of you, just look at the photograph. Don't think, don't react, don't even try and question. Silent. Palms open, feet on the ground. Look. Look with complete attention so you can remember this image in your heart. Look closely so you can remember this image in your heart. Now close your eyes again and but keep looking at this image for some time now. As you look at this image in your heart or with your eyes closed, your body will start to respond or react or act in very different ways. Just observe, but don't take your attention. So, if you feel tingling, if you feel sensation, if you feel something moving in your body, don't pay attention to any of that. That's just reaction from this, all positive reaction. But keep your attention on the image completely, as if nothing exists in the world beyond this. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, please. Look at the photo again. Now, just one last experiment. Looking at this photograph, feel your palms. When you're looking at this photograph, feel your palms. Are you feeling any tingling, any sensation on any one or more of fingertips? Are you feeling anything moving or flowing like a cool breeze or hot breeze or something moving in the center of your palm? What do you feel on your palms as you look at it, as you look at her? Feel each fingertip separately. Like I am feeling tingling on my right pinky, right little finger, which means to me I'm probably facing some issues on my blood pressure, or I'm feeling, or I'm actually going through a bit of, you know, father type issues in my life, which is why I'm feeling my right finger right now. And so we will. All right. Now, this is something, this whole form of this exact meditation, like with this particular photo of Srimataji, which Chandrakant, I'll request if you can circulate it on the group. Even if you are not on the group, just go and Google Shri Mataji, SHRI or SHREE, the way you write Shri, doesn't matter. SHRI Mataji, space Mataji, Mataji, photos. And you can easily find this photo on Google also. But this particular photograph, this black and white photograph, is an Abhay Mudra photograph, which is an fearless photograph. It gives you, makes you fearless, takes away all your fears. Now we consider Shrimataji to be a mother, or like a mother, like a spiritual mother. There's no context of being a guru, or the typical gurus which are out there, which you have to constantly be at the feet of and obey. There's nothing called obey or some things like that. There's no conflict with your religion. Keep doing whatever you're doing, but twice a day, morning, first thing when you wake up, put up pull up a photograph. You want to take a printout, take a printout. You want to use it on the phone, use it on the phone, but don't check messages at the same time. Just put this photograph up on your iPad, laptop, phone, printout. Just put this photograph up on a table right next to you. Look at her photograph, this particular photograph, for 2 3 minutes with your eyes open, palms open. If you can do it cross-legged, you can sit on the bed cross-legged, you can sit on the earth cross-legged. If you can't, you can sit on a chair, but feet should be firmly on the ground if you're sitting on the chair. Palms open, facing upwards, eyes on her photograph. Look at her photograph deeply, as if you are trying to recognize or remember this for the rest of your life. 2 3 minutes, look at it, and then just look at it with your eyes closed as long as you can. Should be and should not be less than about 5 7 minutes. If you, in case you want to, if you feel that you're getting imbalanced or you're not feeling easy, open your eyes again, and then look. Every time you do this, you'll become better at it. You'll be able to get into that state very, very quickly. And while you're looking at a photograph with your eyes closed, just feel your body. Your body will start to act in very, very different ways. But what is more important is what happens after this. After this, just observe your life, how your things with you in your body, in your health, in your mind are changing, and also pay attention on how things are changing in your family or where you live, in circumstances around you, at your home and at your work. Just observe what happens in next 7 days. I am very, very positive it has happened to all of us here who have been meditating for some time. It creates an impact in everything that is in and around you. So just observe what happens. At this time, I'll just stop with this. You should do it twice, morning, just after you get up, and last thing before you go to bed. Do it twice a day for remaining 6 days till we meet again, starting tonight itself also, until we meet again on next Sunday. So, and that this time I'll pause, take any questions, comments, anything you'd like to ask, or share experiences. If you felt something different, share your experience. You can unmute yourself and talk as well.
Good morning. This is Meenakshi. Am I audible?
Please go ahead.
I got tingling sensation in my left hand index finger and part of my middle finger.
Yes.
Can you explain?
Sure, I'll explain. But Pooja, who just sent a chat message, the reason you might have felt heaviness in your head, because your that heaviness will convert into lightness very, very quickly. Because people who feel heaviness in their head after this kind of meditation for the first time are the people who are usually very mental by nature. Mental means like people who are think too much, who are generally lost in their thoughts all the time. So what happens is, as you look at the photograph and you meditate on Srimataji's photograph, your thoughts automatically stop, and then the force happens. That force starts to stop your thoughts very, very quickly. And so it's like, it's like if water is flowing and you put a dam, so there will be some resistance initially until water calms down. So you might have felt heaviness today because this meditation, her photograph, has caused your thoughts to calm down or slow down. So this heaviness will go away very quickly, but you felt coolness in your heart, which is sign of your spirit awakening. So it's all positive sign. Now for question which was asked, your left index finger and your left middle finger are basically your signs on your emotional side. So if what has happened is that, looking at her photograph, the kundalini awakened, and that kundalini was fixing problems in your life that are related to your family life, problems in your family life, and problems in general, peace inside you. Left middle finger is peace inside us. Left index finger is basically feeling of guilt inside us. So you've been feeling guilty, if you've been feeling down, if you've been feeling neglected, if you've been feeling lack of peace in your life, if you've been feeling family issues, because of which you are going into kind of a depression or facing emotional issues, this photograph and the awakening of Kundalini by this is fixing all of that in one time, which is what you felt in your index and middle finger. Else, because this session is going to end automatically in a minute or so. I felt, I feel frozen feeling in left shoulders. That's all right. Left shoulder is again same feeling of guilt, slowness in our life. Usually, left shoulder is attached to your left fifth chakra. Your left hand is actually controlled by your left fifth chakra. So anything which is past related, anything which is related to your life so far, if there have been issues, Kundalini is trying to solve it. That's why you felt heaviness or freezingness, but it will all go away. Trust me, 19 years of doing this, so until now, every day has been like a magic. And this is how I meditate. All these 19 years, morning and evening, this is how I meditate. This is how Chandrakant meditates. We don't do anything else. Just sit in the front of the photograph of Sri Mataji and look at her photograph for as long as we can with our eyes open. Remember that and do it, sit with our eyes closed, with our attention on her photograph in our heart as long as we can. And then we do our normal things like you do. But that 5-10 minutes of activation of energy inside us by the blessings of a photograph is what has kept us going all these 19 years, and every single day has been a miracle. So it's not make believe. We're not telling you someone's story. We're not paid to do this. This is not someone else's story. This is our own story. This is how we do it. So please, you can do it anywhere. You can sit on the bed. You can sit on the roof. You can sit on the grass. But just sit. Just sit. Where you sit, you can do this in a plane. I've done this in planes. I've done this. in on railway stations. I've done this in offices. I've done this in middle of meeting. If something is bothering me, just close my eyes for 2 minutes, remember her photograph in my heart. It calms me down. It just calms me down. And all the problems which have been going, I've been stopped at immigration, I've been pulled up in meetings, and I just close my eyes, take my attention on her photograph, and somehow magically everything gets solved. I've even cracked interviews like this. I've sat in interviews where I've been asked difficult questions, and I close my eyes for 10 seconds and just remember her photograph, and it works. I felt on my Sarah, top of my head, all these chats which I'm getting, yes, top of my head immediately with looking at the photograph. It's all working out. Both palm center heat, Dr. Srinivasa, both palm center heat observed is because of the imbalances in the life, both on emotional side and mental side. Maybe you think too much about the past and too much about the future at any given point of time. You're either in past or in future, not in the present. You're excessively using your emotional side, you're taking a toll on your emotional and physical side all at the same time. Whatever your issues are and whatever symptoms you're feeling, don't worry about the symptoms, worry about the source. The source is this. It will manifest in different forms. Ultimately, it will do all good to you. So, next 6, 7 days, just do this. Hug this photograph, eyes open, remember it, close your eyes as long as you can, palms open, in the bed, on the roof, on the ground, on the chair, wherever you are comfortable. Sit for 10 minutes and your attention completely on her, and then let all of it work out automatically. Both your life in your body and your life all around your body. Chandrakant, anything you would like to share? Anything, your comment? We should be closing now.
No, Nischal, can I add a couple of sentences?
Yes, Miss Nakwal, please go ahead.
Yes. So one lady asked, like she felt a pressure on the head. So when everybody was asked to look at Shrimataji's Sahasrara, obviously our Kundalini responds like you explained. So it's trying to come up to your Sahasrara. All right. So when it comes up to your brain area, it's trying to push itself into your Sahasrara and out through it. And because the Sahasrara is not yet open, it creates a pressure. So when you continue to do what Nishchal has been telling you to do, then your Sahasrara will open out and it'll be like a release. So whatever stress you're feeling, whatever pressure you're feeling, because the Kundalini is trying to come out and connect with the all-pervading power, that will get released and you will feel the relief. All right. So that's what I want to say. Also, you can just touch that part of your head, massage it a little, and just pray for the Kundalini to come out, and connect you to the all-pervading power. And it all happens, like Nishal said, from the power and the grace of the source. So probably that's what happened. That's what came to my mind. I hope that helps.
So thank you very much. The session will be finishing in just 1 or 2 minutes. We will sync again after 6 days, maybe next Sunday, same time with the same link. I request you all participant, if you know any new seeker who would like to learn the meditation, you can invite him with this message which we are floating on WhatsApp group. And also we are sharing this image on WhatsApp group. So thank you very much once again. I can close this session. Nishal sir, you want to add anything, or Nagpal aunty, you want to add? Should I close the session? There is one question. Can we have your audio for this practice? Okay, there are a lot of YouTube video we can share you, and also this today's recording we are going to share on YouTube. Okay, so thank you very much. I am switching. I'm ending this meeting. Okay.